Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, as always. I'm at Burger King. I used my last $1.30 on my card plus an extra dollar. So I split my fries with my manager because he would like some French fries, but didn't want to buy his own. So not that he's trying to be mean, like he didn't want anything, but he would have been cool with some fries. So I decided to get a bigger sized fry. Okay, woman, are you going in? Okay. Woman in front of me shut her car off when she got to the window. Like, what the fuck? Woo! So that's one card down. It was $3. Let's do it two. It's no biggie either. But, well, today's gonna go pretty decently smooth for being a Wednesday. Hump day! Doesn't really feel like hump day because tomorrow is my last day, so tomorrow will be Friday. So in theory, today's Thursday. Maybe that's why it doesn't seem like it's such a bad day, because I know that tomorrow is payday. But on top of that, I'm going back to work to finish putting in the job in the machine and probably run it before the end of the day, and hopefully get some parts out. You know, make some people happy, like my manager and or the people that are receiving the parts that in theory pay me. I feel weirdly sick today. I'm not really sure. I mean, I know I just said weirdly a minute ago that I was enjoying today, which is not to say that I'm not still, but I just don't feel good. I'm not really sure why or because of what, but it's like halfway through the day, my stomach looked hurt, and then I thought it would get better, but it didn't, obviously. And then yeah, sorry, I just had this brain fart into thought that I was supposed to make my 6-month appointment like a month ago, and still have forgotten to call the denture people place back to schedule it. So I gotta do that sometime soon. I was gonna do it now, but obviously I'm doing this, which I know obviously I could stop recording a video and call them, but it'll be fine. I'll do it later, or I can still talk to my mother, possibly call them tomorrow when I have lunch, because I'll have an hour lunch, and yeah. But I hope you all like my hair. It's fucking, I want to cut it so bad. I'm letting it go out, and I shouldn't, because it's winter now, and I should have cut it before winter came. So if I cut it, my head's gonna be cold. But at the same time, I'm sick and tired of having long hair. I always have long hair over the winter. It drives me nuts. So I'm thinking about just saying F it, cut it. But, and also, not that I really want to even attempt to make people upset on my YouTube channel and or divide people and something like along those lines. But I was along with everybody else in the sense that when Donald Trump said that he was running for president, I took it as a joke. Like, I figured, it was for real, and I knew that people, like, a lot of polls said that he was ahead, but I always figured once it actually came down to about now, where there's only a year left, that Donald Trump would be, like, not even around. And then here, you find out it's complete opposite, where all these other people that were expected to make it to the presidential race dropped out already, and Donald Trump is still getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I hate Donald Trump, blah, 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 because I don't really know much about Donald Trump. I mean, I've seen his Yafaya show, but besides that, I mean, I just know that he's a rich dude, and he runs his mouth a lot, but usually when he says stuff, even though it might be crude and rude, it usually is either true or factual in some sense. So it's actually kind of ironic that, he has that ability to actually say this stuff and never really get in trouble for it, because it's true, And And then, like, you know, I was like, I haven't even looked into voting. I mean, I will vote. I've always voted since I turned 18, but like, I don't know, I haven't looked into the candidates or like this or that, and we have a year still until we get to vote, so it's not that I'm like behind, because I still have plenty of time to research who I need to research, but it's more the issue of the longer you wait, you know, you let the people drop off to the point that when you finally look somebody up, you have a 50-50 or a 30% chance kind of thing. You know, there'll be only 3 people running, or there are going to be 2 people running, or whatever be the case. And then, you know, you can then decide between those 3 or those 2 what one's better, instead of way ahead of everything, falling in love, which I'm not going to say I fell in love with anybody, because, like I said, I haven't looked anybody up, but, like, finding somebody that you like, all their policies and all that stuff, and then you follow them and you support them, and then they drop out before it even gets there. So, it's just one of those things. I like to wait a little while until everything's more in cement. But like I said, this whole Donald Trump thing keeps coming up, and then today he just released the thing about the Second Amendment, and I'm from Ohio. I've hunted I took a break from hunting, but I've hunted pretty much my entire life. My house is stockpiled full of guns. If you come in my house, you're going to be fucked, so I suggest that you don't. And, you know, like, I'm 25 years old, my dad's 57, my mom's 57. Not a single one of us have ever used that gun in any sense. Well, actually, my mom's never used a gun, period. But in any sense besides what they're used for, which either just shooting down range or fucking hunting. And the fucking physical right to think that some dude's going to come in to the presidential office, sit down, and be like, hey, banning all guns, you have to turn in your guns if you have them. Like, you have to fucking kill me or put me in jail before you take my goddamn guns. Like, I swear to God, like, that ain't happening. And then Donald Trump releases this thing today stating that he would, you know, he'd obviously leave it. He would strictly make everything in the ability to get a gun be left the same, but actually changed to the point that it's very thorough, instead of just being this half-assed kind of check, like, okay, you don't have any felonies, yeah, you can have a gun. Like, it's actually a thorough process in which, you know, I don't obviously know the steps, but, you know, it'd go here, do this, and, you know, maybe have to have an interview with a police officer or something. Like, I don't know. But either way, he's just talking about making it so it's not just a walk in, hey, you have no felonies, here's a gun. Oh, you might be mentally ill, but you've never been charged for it, and people don't know that. And then you go off and do a mass shooting somewhere, and then people are like, oh my God, guns are bad. We need to take them all away. Because that's not fucking right, that when I go out and I hunt and I provide, in theory, if you think about it, I'm providing food for my family, because when we hunt, we save everything, and we eat it all year. So you're going to take that away from me because you think that guns are bad, because people go mental and kill other people. And that's the thing that bothers me the most about America. It's like, how did we go this far with owning guns, and then just all of a sudden now it's an issue? Like, no. Guns have always been an issue. So don't fucking jump on this bandwagon now like all of a sudden we can stop terrorists from attacking us if we ban guns, because guess what? No one else in this country has a gun, and a whole bunch of people come in who smuggle guns in, you're fucked, and you're not going to be protected unless there is somebody military or police nearby. And if there's nobody nearby, and you're pinned down by a bunch of terrorists, I guarantee you're dead. And, you know, I'd just like to see half of these fucking people get put in one of those shitty situations that complain about guns, and then have that thought in their head to think of, like, man, you know, if I had a gun, I could stop this, you know, blah, 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 just like, you know, consequences like that. I don't obviously wish that upon anybody, because terrorism is fucking horrible, and anybody that uses a gun for any purpose besides what it's meant for is fucking not even human and needs to be exterminated from this earth. But yeah, so then he released that, and I was just like, wow, Donald Trump, you're actually making some goddamn sense for once. I kind of like you. Which, don't get me wrong, like I said, I'm not trying to start no shit. I ain't saying I'm voting for Donald Trump, because that's far from it. If I vote for Donald Trump, I would not tell you, for one, and two, a lot of other things would have to change. I do like some of the things he says because it's funny and very direct, and he's not, like I said, he's not afraid of saying what he wants to say. But sometimes when he does say things like that, he kind of makes himself look like a major jackass. And then it's just kind of like, you know, obviously Americans think of presidents as a sense of like, what's he going to do for us? How is he going to benefit our country? I see it more as, how are we going to look to the rest of the world? And if Donald Trump becomes president, you know, is he going to make us look like a bunch of fucking idiots that everybody already thinks we are? Or is he actually going to be this great president he actually seems like he possibly might be? So, I apologize for literally spending this whole video talking about Donald Trump. I was not what I was expecting, but just kind of how the video ended. So, I gotta go inside. The cigarette's almost gone. I'm already 5 minutes late from lunch. And like I said, I got french fries here that are technically not just mine. So, if you liked the video, a like would be appreciated. If you did it because you don't like Donald Trump, please don't give me a thumbs down, because that would hurt my feelings more. You could simply, like, just leave me a comment and be like, dude, I don't fucking like Donald Trump because this, and this. And then I'll comment back and be like, dude, I never said I like Donald Trump a lot. I mean, I liked what he did today. Doesn't mean I'm going to like what he does tomorrow or what he did in the past. So, but that goes with everybody. Because, like, Hillary Clinton, too. Like, I'm not even going to start on that bitch, but like, her past is too fucked up for me to ever possibly think of voting for president. It has nothing to do with her being a female. Could give a two shits if you're black, white, Mexican. I don't give a shit. If you're good for this country and you're going to do some fucking good, then I don't give a shit. You can be president. But she's just, no. She's like Sarah Palin. And Sarah Palin that would have became president, even though she was running for vice president, if she would have became president, our country would have been just scary. So, like I said, I'm sorry that I went in a political rant. I don't ever do this. So, if you want to see me tomorrow, I promise to absolutely not be talking about politics, because I don't fucking like to. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, and enjoy your day, because I kind of am.